We will show you how to route the perimeter wire in your garden. First, check the user manual and the quick guide to see if the special cases described in them for the routing of the wire apply to your garden. Check also the route of the perimeter wire and guide wire one more time using your garden sketch. Use the install kit of your choice to install the perimeter wire in your garden. We recommend that you start routing the perimeter clockwise, starting at the docking station. To do so, guide the perimeter wire into the cable duct on the right side of the docking station. Leave an iMOW ruler length of wire for later connection of the station, and mark the wire with one of the supplied cable markers. Then, run the perimeter wire through the base plate and make sure that it is flat and firmly secured in the cable duct. To route the perimeter wire along the mowing area, secure the wire directly at the wire outlet of the docking station in the soil and route it at a right angle to the station at a distance of one length of the iMOW ruler. Then, guide the wire further around the mowing area. The iMOW ruler helps you to quickly and easily determine the required spacing and lengths at which you have to route the perimeter wire. You can also use it to determine the correct wire distances at corners and angles in no time at all. Route the perimeter wire along the outer edge of the mowing area as indicated by your sketch. Make sure that you do not kink, cut, put tension on, or cross the perimeter wire during installation. To firmly secure the wire, you have to pin it down with fixing pegs at distances of not more than 1 meter. The pegs should be sunk fully into the soil. Regularly check the distances of the perimeter wire to the outer edge with the iMOW ruler. Restricted areas that should not be navigated by the iMOW must be installed directly while routing the perimeter wire. To this end, route the wire away from the perimeter in the direction of the restricted area. Make sure to comply with the minimum distance of 55 centimeters to the other perimeter wires. Also, ensure that the wire runs back to the perimeter in parallel lines, close to one another. The perimeter wires may not cross each other. Drop-off edges and water areas require a clearance of 100 centimeters from the edge. Areas that cannot be navigated must be blocked off at a distance of one length of the iMOW ruler. While on level, navigable areas, the wire can be routed directly next to them. Remember to install the connecting point for the guide wire during routing the perimeter wire. This connection point should be placed at the furthest point from the docking station. To this end, secure the perimeter wire at the intended area with fixing pins and form it into a loop with a length of 15 centimeters. Cut the perimeter wire at the end of the wire loop with a wire cutter. We recommend that you leave some wire reserve during installation. This will make it easier to make corrections at a later date and will allow for future adjustments in the garden. To do this, lay 1 meter of perimeter wire in parallel lines, close to one another, without crossing the wires, and secure the wire reserve at the center with 2 fixing pins. Afterwards, you can continue routing the perimeter wire around the garden according to your sketch. If you wish to route more guide wires, for example to guide the robotic mower specifically through confined areas of less than 2 meters, you can install more connecting points on the perimeter wire. The steps to follow are the same. At the intended point, the perimeter wire must first be secured in the soil and formed into a loop with a length of 15 centimeters. The loop can then be cut open at the center with a wire cutter. As soon as you have reached the docking station again, install the perimeter wire at a distance of one length of the iMOW ruler at a right angle on the left side of the docking station. Then, pin the perimeter wire to the left wire outlet. Measure the 3 widths of the docking station with the perimeter wire and cut the wire off accordingly with a wire cutter. Then, guide the wire through the clamps in the base of the station and pass it through the left duct. Finally, guide the wire through the interior of the housing and mark it with a cable marking so you can later match it more easily. This completes the routing of the perimeter wire, and you can start to route the guide wire.